Love you.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Brad and Mira for The Culture, the Other People Show's weekly pop culture assessment. I'm Brad Listi. I am old, and I am joined, as always, by my friend and co-host, the vivacious millennial, Mira Gonzalez.
Wow, I do love these intros. They make me feel so youthful and full of zest, which I generally don't feel.
Has anyone ever called you vivacious before?
I maybe you on a past episode, but I think that's about it.
So this is a show that bridges the generational divide. It's about popular culture, about which I don't know all that much. And then Mira, you know more than I do. Though I think like as you age, maybe you know less and less. I think that's what happens.
We're going to have to bring just like younger generations in as the show goes on. Like it's going to be like, we're going to bring in Gen Z, then we're going to bring in Gen Alpha, then Brad's going to die, and then I'm going to be the old host, and then I'm going to have to find a Gen Z host below me.
Yeah, it's like a human centipede.
Yeah, exactly. Family tree of podcasting.
Today's episode is brought to you by Abrams Books, publisher of the novel Open Wide by Jessica Gross. Open Wide is about an increasingly obsessive radio host who tests the boundaries of her boyfriend's love in this unforgettable dark comedy that is by turns romantic, horrific, and profound. Olive is desperate to get close to Theo. Really, really close. Luckily, the gap between Theo's front teeth is just wide enough for something or someone to slip inside. But just how close can two people get? Open Wide from extraordinary storyteller Jessica Gross is a romantic, profound, and utterly unforgettable dark comedy that answers this question and explores the boundaries of love and intimacy, all while human impulses verge into the surreal. This book is perfect for readers of unconventional and funny women writers like Raven Leilani and Miranda July. Once again, the novel is called Open Wide by Jessica Gross, available from Abrams Books.
And Brad, I had a question. How is DeepDive doing?
Oh my God. We had a big flash sale over Halloween. It went well, made some sales. I was happy about it. And then I extended the sale into Saturday because I felt like Halloween is so busy. Like a lot of people are dealing with their kids, and it's
often like a weekend.
Yeah. And it was also on a Friday, which made it maybe extra chaotic. And I just feel like there needed to be an extension. So I extended it to Saturday, and people, I think, were happy, and, they were buying courses, and then
the people rejoiced.
And then on Sunday, I had like an even bigger day after the sale was over, which seemed weird.
Interesting.
So
people wanted to pay full price. They were waiting. They were saying, Brad, we want to give you our money. We want to pay the fair price for this stuff, and we are not going to do the sale price. So thank you, DeepDive users.
So otherwise, everything's good. And I'm in the process of potentially hiring a second employee. I was supposed to have a video chat with her this morning. She's in India. And
wow, all over the world. Where was your other employee from? Thailand?
The Philippines. Yeah. So, but there was some mishap with like the scheduling. I think it's because of the time difference. Like I scheduled
and daylight savings.
Yeah, and I scheduled like a video call. It's like it was almost like 11 o'clock her time, PM. And I was like, okay, she's probably asleep. I don't hold it against her. But I got onto the video call, and I was sitting outside. Like I was going to take this call outside, and it was like I was kind of racing. I didn't have time to properly situate myself or come into the garage and get my like setup situated. So I just had my laptop open, and I went outside. And then I kind of had my laptop on my knees, and I opened the video call and like suddenly saw myself like from a low angle in the video screen. And I was just horrified. You know, that like when you're kind of looking at yourself in bad light.
Oh yeah. It's like when I'm playing my Switch and then it goes to like a black screen for a minute and I can see my reflection in it and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, this is how I look. So, but kind of grateful that the call didn't happen because I didn't have time to like, reconfigure.
To like put some makeup on or anything?
Yeah, something. Just like soften the lighting. It was too much.
Yeah, a little blush, something just liven you up a bit.
Yeah. So we'll see. I haven't officially hired her yet. It was kind of an interview. I got to talk and see what what the possibilities are, but that's happening. And then otherwise, I'm putting together a new course, and I'm in kind of the home stretch on that. It should be available this month, assuming all goes according to plan. And people out there who are listening, if they want to get the existing courses, should do so at www.deepdive.audio. You can get How to Write a Novel, which is DeepDive's flagship course. I'm the host of the course, and it features more than 50 hours of expert instruction from nearly 46 of today's most celebrated contemporary writers, including Emily St. John Mandel, Stephen Graham Jones, Melissa Broder, and many more. There is also a course called How to Write Autobiographical Fiction, and that is taught by Hannah Pittard, author of several novels, most recently the critically acclaimed If You Love It, Let It Kill You. And that course also features Michael Wheaton, who is the founder of Autofocus Books. So you get like Hannah's insights as an author, and then you also get Michael's insights as a publisher who publishes autobiographical literature. So
both perspectives.
Yeah. So check it out. You can get both courses at www.deepdive.audio. And then otherwise.
Yeah. How's your week been?
It's been fine. I've been working, obviously. I know I'm not supposed to talk about how I'm working anymore, according to Angry Adam. That's what I do.
There's a lot of things Angry Adam wants us not to do that we're continuing to do.
Yeah, if we actually listened to Angry Adam, we would just sit here in silence and just
we'd have no podcast. Like, oh, he wants me to not talk about Taylor Swift. Okay, Angry Adam, why don't you not talk about the band Rush then?
Yeah, his entire purpose, his entire mission is just to nullify us entirely.
Yeah, exactly. He just wants us to be a prog rock only podcast where we just talk about the band Rush.
No, but something happened that I got to bring up that's been happening to me a lot for many years now, actually. But I got invited to guest on a podcast, which is nice. You know, this person reached out to me and was like, I'd love to talk with you about your book. My most recent novel, Be Brief and Tell Them Everything, which is my sad dad autofiction. And I always say yes. I'll guest on people's shows if they're like, yeah, come on and talk about your book. I'll talk to anybody. And I'm honored to be asked, right? If somebody takes an interest in my work. So I say yes without really thinking too much about it. I didn't do any recon even. I'm so busy. I'm just okay, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Just tell me what time. And I do the show and I'm having a good time. It's a good interview. And then the host at some point was mentioned kind of in passing, and I have a book coming out in April. And I was just I just felt this chill go through my body where I was like, oh, people do this to me.
I also get a chill down my spine when I hear someone's written a book. I'm like, ooh.
No, because here's the thing. And I don't know if this is true, but I have a hunch because of past experience that this person is now going to pitch me as a guest on my show after having me on their show, which makes me doubt the authenticity of their interest in me and my work at all. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's just, this is just a transactional play where it's oh yeah, I'll have him on my show and pretend to have read his book or be interested in it in a real way because I need publicity and I want to tee myself up to be on the other people's show.
People are constantly using you for your podcasting skills. It's you just never know when someone wants to really be your friend or when they just want to be a guest on the podcast. And it's really become a big issue. TMZ is covering it. It's how we always say Taylor Swift is she just doesn't have anybody who's a real friend. So many people are just in there for the fame. It's like that with you in podcasting.
But the thing is on a much smaller scale, it kind of is. I honestly don't this happens to me all the time. I get people will write me an email and be like, I love your show. I love your book. It means so much to me. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And I write back and I'm like, thank you so much. And then clockwork, a month later, it's hi, by the way, I have a book coming out in a month. And I just, and it's I get it. I've been there. I get needing to promote your book and I understand how hard it is to pitch people and to advocate. Trust me, I get it. But you have to realize from my perspective, you just go, oh, wait, I'm not sure if this was real. Like,
so like, what is like your preferred way for somebody to like pitch you on being on the podcast? Just like, hey, I came out with the book. Like, can I be on your podcast?
yeah.
That's better than saying like, I love your book, or just saying like, just in case anyone listening wants to pitch themselves to you. Like, what is the best way to pitch themselves to you?
I mean, usually it happens through publicists.
Here's a tip. Pretend to be your own publicist. This is one of the like top 3 reasons why I've ever had a successful writing career, is because I made a separate email and pretended to be my own publicist. And that is how I got press coverage on my first book.
Did you?
I straight up did.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. It's nice in some respects to have kind of an intermediary that you can go back and forth with who's not the author, because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or whatever. And
right.
But, you know, like I even get like people who email me like about from like the disability community.
Oh my God.
And I've gotten emails where it's like, you know, your book really touched me. And, you know, I have a friend who, is disabled, or I'm, you know, I have a sister who's disabled, whatever it is. And I'll be like, wow, you know, this is like the circuit is complete. Like these are the readers that I most wanted to reach, right, with this book, because I have a disabled child. So it just feels like extra good, right? These people too write these emails and then come back at me like a month later and they're like, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I mean. And I'm like, okay, what am I, you know?
It's so much weirder than just pitching yourself on the pod, like just saying it in one email. Like, hey, I liked your book. I like your podcast. I have a book coming out. Do you want to have me on your pod? Just be like straightforward about it. Don't like make a whole email to like bring you in first and then be like, surprise, bitch, I want to be on your podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. But I guess like maybe I've encouraged this in the past. I think I can recall myself being like, you should at least like listen to a show before you pitch it. And so people are trying to like at least show that they've heard it and that they're not just like coming in.
But it's probably different to say that they like your show versus they like your book, right? Because it's like saying you like the show and then saying you want to be on the show is kind of like a natural progression versus saying like, I love your book, let me be on the show is like not.
Yeah, that's like maybe more problematic, because the thing about it is that maybe it is real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe they really did love my book, but I can't know, because it's like now there's this transaction attached to it and I don't know how to feel. I feel, so anyway.
Everyone's using Brad for his podcast host abilities. It makes me feel like I must be a subpar host if nobody is using me for my podcast host abilities. I mean, hello, where is anybody trying to, you know, tell me like, wow, I love your book. Can I please be a host on Brad and Mira for the Culture?
All right. So anyway, I got into my head about this after doing this podcast, where I was like, I've just got to express myself. I've got to like put a stop to this essentially. And so I wrote this long email where I was like, you know, I don't know if this is the case, but if like you were doing this just as like a way to get on my show, like, you know, please don't. Like, I can't deal like that. I can't exist like that in this transactional mode.
You've emotionally damaged me.
Yeah. And I mean, I literally wrote this long. I mean, it was way too long, and thank God I didn't send it. I was like, I thought better of it. I talked to my friend Joey and I was like, should I send this? And he was like, no, don't send it. So it pulled me back from the ledge. But, you know, it's just like, I don't know. It's just a weird situation to be in.
You know, I've this week had to tell like 2 different friends to not send letters that they've drafted that are insane. And I mean, one of them was a PowerPoint to a boy who somebody was not even dating. I had to be like, do not send this. And then another one was an email like you wrote. And I had to be like, this is great. Do not fucking send it. I'll kill you.
Yeah, like if you have to ask, or if there's like any question at all, then you shouldn't send it. That's the answer.
Unless like it's a letter like to your dad, then sometimes it's like you question yourself and you're like, is this too mean? I don't know. Nope, send it.
Yeah, in that case, just unleash on your father. But anyway, so that's been on my mind, and that happened, and it was a good interview. I enjoyed the talk. I'm just like, I guess the plan now is to just sort of like sit back and wait and see if the pitch comes in, and if it does, then I will be, I guess, correct in my suspicions.
The pitch is kind of already there, right?
No, I mean, there's been no ask.
Just saying, I love your show is all she said?
Well, no. Just like had me on talking about my book and all that. But then like just happened to mention in the course of the conversation, like, oh, I have a book coming out in April, which I didn't realize because I didn't do any.
I see.
I didn't do any recon. So I heard that, and that was when I was like, oh, like I walked
What if
into
she's
it.
thinking the same thing as you? What if she's like, this guy doesn't even know I have a book coming out in April. He's just using me to be on the podcast. Like,
She invited me though. I didn't ask to be on. I was invited.
All right. Or, well, okay, that's fair then. She probably is using you.
Yeah. I mean, and over again, this happens. And so we'll just have to see. But I'm going to just take a wait and see mode. And then the thing is that, like, if I get pitched and I don't respond or I don't have this person on the show, then it's like suddenly like, oh, dick, like I had you on my show. Do you know what I'm saying? It creates that. It's like, and wait a minute, I don't owe anybody this. Like,
right.
And I don't operate like that where it's like transactional. Like, I don't want to have those kinds of exchanges with human beings. I want to have like real exchanges. And like, is that naive of me? Is this just how the world works? Like,
I mean, I don't know if it's like naive necessarily, but like, I guess like it just reminds me of like dudes who would email me and be like, I really love your poetry. Like this like was really meaningful to me or whatever. And I'd be like, thank you so much. And then the next email would be like, can you please like look at this poem that I wrote and like tell me what you think of it? And it's like, motherfucker, I'm not your editor. Like what? Like I was responding because you were being nice, but
that's what I mean.
This is insane.
I thought you were going to say something much worse. Like, I really love
there are much worse things where they're like, they do that. And then I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And they're like, here's my penis. Would you like to look at it?
I was going to say, here's I took this with a macro lens app on my iPhone.
Here's a mega close up of the tip of my penis.
You can see the pores.
God, the idea of there being pores on the penis is really upsetting.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Like, psychologically, that's been... And, you know, I don't want to be a dick either. Like, you know, somebody from the disability community, like, I think people mean well, but they maybe don't think through what it's like to be on the receiving end of that over and over again. Yeah.
It's, I mean, it's just like being a really famous person. You know, it's just like being Taylor Swift.
It truly is, but like on a mini scale. But
on a tiny little scale.
But I mean, if it's bothering me, I cannot imagine what it must be like to be somebody like that. Like, I would have such a tight circle and I would just be like, I can't, because it's impossible to know if anyone's being real with you.
I mean, like, I have like, I don't know what anyone could even use me for, because I don't really have any like useful things that I could like offer to people. And I still have a tiny circle. Like, I just like, it's like, I don't want to like know that many people and have that many people in my social circle. Like, it just gets weird.
Yeah. What am I even talking about? I don't even have a circle. I have like a semicircle.
I have like 3 people, like, you know, like I have like 3 people and my mom and then 6 siblings, I guess. But like,
am I one of the people or no? Am I like on the outside of the circle?
No, I feel like you're on the inside of the circle. It's like you, Alex, Natasha are like the people I talk to every week.
Okay, good. Yeah.
And my mom.
Yeah, you're clearly talking to me like every week.
Yeah, no, I am talking to you. It's true. It'd be pretty funny if this was just a script and we weren't actually talking to each other. We were just talking alone to our microphones in separate rooms.
Mira's actually playing the long game. She's been co-hosting this show for the past year and a half just because she wants to be on the show when her poetry collection drops.
That's right. I have been playing the long game, the really long game. I've been friends with Brad for like 13 years now, just because I knew one day I would be 33 years old, releasing another poetry collection, and I would need to be on the Other People podcast.
She knitted my disabled son like an IKEA pillow.
Yeah. Just because I want to be on the podcast.
Yeah, he loves IKEA. It was all a play.
It was all a play. I crocheted him an IKEA building and an IKEA employee. And if you don't have me on the Other People podcast, I will break into your house and I will take the IKEA toys back.
There would be retaliation, almost certainly.
Huge retaliation.
So anyway, speaking of emotional upset, you know, the other big news, I think, on my front is that I decided that I am going to AWP.
Oof, that's a rough one.
Spring 2026. It's happening. I've only been to one AWP in my life, and it was in Chicago, you know, years ago. I just kind of like walked around the convention center for like a minute and left. And then
yeah, same.
I just couldn't wrap my head around it. I thought like I guess it's all the offsite stuff that's worth doing, but
I've done the offsite stuff like a bunch of times, but I've only ever actually went into the convention center once, like with somebody else's, because the tickets are like really expensive. Even if you're an author, it's like $400 or something like that to go to AWP. So I like use somebody else's thing to walk around the floor. I saw like 25 people I know, and then I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here, and then I left.
Well, yeah. So this is sort of tied to what I started with, but I had, because of DeepDive, that's why I'm going, is because of DeepDive. I need to like.
Are you gonna have a table?
Yeah, I bought a table. I did the whole thing.
I might get sent to AWP by my publisher, so if I do, I'll come hang out with you at the table.
Yeah, but I'm just like, a lot of people are gonna be like, man, I love your book, man.
That's all anybody ever does at AWP is just be like, oh, hey, like, love your book. Like, can I be on your show? Like, will you blurb this for me? Like, can you like tweet about this, please? Like, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm going to have to like, I don't know. I'm not, like, the thing too is I'm not good at like confrontation, and I'll just be like, yeah, sure, you can be on, like, and then I'll have like 600 people who are like lined up to do the show. And
here's the key: you just don't ever respond to them again after that. You're just like, yeah, sure, here's my card, and then you just never respond. That's it's worked for me.
Oh man,
I do feel like I need to mention. Recently, I was clearing out my grandma's house. She recently died, and I discovered that my great grandmother was a founding member of AWP. So I do have a lot of resentment in my heart about that, I gotta say.
I was going to say, blame Mira. It's Mira's family that created this.
I'm really sorry, you guys. She died before I was born. I hope she regretted it. I hope she had a heart full of regret when she died. But yeah, my apologies. It torments me as much as it does you.
God. So yeah, I'll be there. I'll be in Baltimore. In March, I will have a table in the convention center for the whole time. And
I may or may not be there. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I hope you go. That way we could hang, and people like fans of the Brad and Mira show could come do a meet and greet. I
mean, you should just, if you give me plane tickets and an AWP ticket and a place to sleep, I'll just go. Listeners, send me to AWP. Just kidding. That'd be really kind of shitty, but I will go if it's free.
All right. And I guess I have to mention that the Dodgers won the World Series.
Ugh, the evil Tel Aviv Dodgers. Ugh.
I'm so over it.
I'm so over it.
I was rooting for the Blue Jays like more intensely than I could like ever recall rooting for a team that's not my actual team. Do you know what I'm saying?
Same. And I don't know how baseball works, but I was at Natasha's house fucking like shouting at the screen and shit like that.
Yeah. So the Blue Jays fought valiantly because they were undermanned, by comparison. The Dodgers have all these, like, basically have an all-star team. And, the Blue Jays had it in their grasp. They had it.
They won that game, and we were like, just one more game. They just have to win the next game, and then they're fucking good. Nope. That 18-inning game is a brutal, brutal World Series. Really brutal. Natasha's dad is from Toronto, and so we were all like rooting really hard for the Blue Jays, like pretty much as soon as the Mets were gone. So it was very exciting seeing them get up there, and then everything was just, all my hopes were dashed.
Like the Brewers, speaking of like hopes being dashed, like I'm a Brewers fan. The Brewers got swept by the Dodgers in the NLCS.
Ugh.
And I'd rather that have happened than to go to the World Series and lose the way the Blue Jays lost. Like I cannot imagine a more like traumatizing, devastating,
heart-wrenching.
Ugh. Like,
I mean, Natasha's dad was like devastated. Like we were devastated, just like by proxy, he was devastated.
Yeah, like sports fandom is so ridiculous, but it really is like you're filled with grief. Like it's
Real Housewives for boys.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be willing. I just read something recently about how, like, to be a real sports fan, like you have to be willing to have your heart broken over and over and over again.
It's what like made me feel anything about baseball is that like first of all, I love group television events. Like when it's just like a lot of people watching the same thing, commenting on the same thing. It's my favorite. I love it. Like any dumb award show, any of that shit, like I'll watch it no matter how stupid it is. Sports I could never really do before, but now that I have like a friend in Natasha who is like incredibly invested in it, it's like the emotional part of it. I just get swept up in it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, great. Like this is like my life depends on the fucking Blue Jays winning here. And like, if they don't, like I will kill myself. And like, that is the place that I'm at emotionally, and it's fun.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, look, I always say this, like, I feel like sports is the best reality TV. I mean, it's the original.
I mean, it's Real Housewives, but like, whatever.
It's the original. It's the OG reality TV. There's a reason why it's like a multi-trillion-dollar business or whatever. People love to watch it.
Boys never want to admit that like so much of it is about the personality of the players, much like a Real Housewives, where it's like, you have like, I don't know, fucking Ohtani versus like the Blue Jays guy, or when are they going to call up this or that person? Like, and like where, like fucking, I like don't know any Dodgers besides Ohtani, so I don't really know. But like the interpersonal things like are such a massive element of the game. And like that is emotional. Like when I saw like Pete Alonso make a home run that like won the Mets game, I was like, Pete, like my perfect boy, Pete. He's so cute and like nice. I love Pete. Like
that was against the Brewers too.
Was it? Yeah. Well, my boy Pete fucking dominated. He's such a nice boy. He like brings a little, like his wife picked out a pumpkin at the pumpkin patch. He brings a little pumpkin to the game. It's my lucky pumpkin. He's so cute.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I need it. Like, I guess they space these things out so you can recover. But like after the Brewers lost this year in the playoffs, I was like, I don't know if I can do this again. It's too much. Like I'm too broken. I don't know.
Yeah, it was rough last year for you. And I mean, it was rough for me also last year. The Mets got pretty high up and then our hopes were dashed once again.
Yeah. So the Dodgers won and I was walking Twiggy when it happened. Like it went into extra innings and I was like, oh shit. Like if the Dodgers win, this town is going to go off. There's going to be fireworks. And like, there's not a dog on earth that is more terrified of fireworks than my dog. Like
maybe baby dog. He gets so freaked out.
Oh my God. Like Twiggy just turns into a wreck. Like if I were outside with her off leash and like she's trained, so like she'll heel at my side off leash, no problem. If there's a fireworks show that suddenly starts happening,
she's gone.
I could not get her back. I think she would literally run to her death.
Yeah. That's like
pure terror. So
it makes me so mad when all the fireworks go off just because it makes my dog upset.
I fucking hate fireworks.
It's so I kind of love fireworks like when I'm setting them off, but like I've grown to hate them now.
Yeah, I'm over it. Grow up. Like it's like I guess like maybe on the 4th of July just as a ritual, but it's like Los Angeles is so absurd. All these people, we've talked about this.
It was insane. The Dodgers winning was insane. Like I knew that the Dodgers had won like a couple of seconds, maybe a minute before it was even on the television because I live right next to Dodger Stadium. And so like the whole neighborhood, I heard like screams and fucking fireworks like from Dodger Stadium.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, it was obvious. All of a sudden, just the fireworks start. People are honking their horns. My dog is freaking out. And I was just like, ugh, it's just a downer.
It sounded like 4th of July because like I live like on a mountain. So I'm kind of like in a fishbowl of like the center of Los Angeles and like hear absolutely everything, including Dodger Stadium. It was like 4th of July level of fireworks, but like, shorter. But like it was really fucking insane. Like the one thing you can say about Los Angeles is they really do know how to party.
I guess.
In an annoying way.
Yeah, I was going to say, they know how to annoy you. Like who's just like packing fireworks? Like for, like who's just got like a chest full of...
I'll tell you, the Latinos, that's who. It's my fellow Mexicans. They are prepared with fireworks at any given time for any celebration. They'll bust them out of you don't even know where. It's like, oh, somebody comes in and they're like, this is a really good sandwich. And they're like, boom, fireworks. Like it's constant.
They just got like a cachet. It's like in the movie Terminator 2 when they go out to the desert and they like there's like a cellar, like a secret cellar
exactly.
underground just filled with like Roman candles.
Yeah, people think that the cartel is moving drugs. No. They're moving like those little like firework flowers that go on the ground and spin. Like just that, sparklers, fucking firecrackers. I mean, it's just fireworks. There's the fireworks cartel.
So, Mira, what's going on with you? What's your update?
Well, let's see. What did I do this week? Well, it was Halloween this week. So I did go to Natasha's mom's house because she lives in the Venice walk streets. And for those of you who don't know, there's like, I don't know, in Venice, it's like, it'll be like alley, house, and then there's like a walk street where it's just like the sidewalk in between two houses and there's no cars can't go on it or anything. So it gets really like lit with like trick-or-treaters and like the houses kind of just like leave their doors open and like, people come get candy or whatever and your friends come and visit. So I went there. I saw a lot of really great costumes. There was like a small gay child dressed as Elton John, which was really incredible. I saw.
Wait. Was the child gay? Like confirmed?
I mean, he didn't say I'm a gay child, but like, you can kind of tell he was dressed as Elton John and he was doing a fucking like Elton John, he was singing Tiny Dancer. Like, it was like the cutest thing I've maybe ever seen in my entire life, honestly. That was like probably because it was like a really good Elton John costume too, like really accurate. And then there was two little girls. This was like maybe my favorite after Elton John. These two little girls. It was like, you know how like you've probably seen like in middle school, there'll sometimes be like a crazy height difference between two friends just because one of them has like hit puberty and grown and the other one kind of hasn't.
Yeah.
So there were these two little girls. It was clearly a situation like that. The short one was dressed as Sabrina Carpenter, and then the tall one was dressed as Sabrina Carpenter's bodyguard and had like a little like walkie-talkie and was wearing like a black suit and everything. Incredible. My least favorite costume, there were these two teenage boys dressed as, you could probably guess, 6'7".
Oh, right.
They were wearing shirts with a 6 and a 7 on it. And they came up and they screamed at me at the top of their lungs, trick or treat. And I just like, yelling is something I don't do. I don't do yelling. I've had men raise their voice at me before, and I literally just left the entire relationship and was like, nope, I'm out. See ya. I do not do raised voices, period. So they yell at me. And my immediate reaction was, you're too old to be trick-or-treating. You should be doing drugs. And they were very quiet after that. And I gave them each one piece of candy, and then they left. Those fucking fuck-ass kids. My
kids carved 6'7" into one of our pumpkins. Like as a joke. I mean.
Which one of your kids out them?
Well, I mean, it was Evan doing it, but I think like River had input.
Was egging her on. So it was both of them.
Yeah. I mean, she probably did the carving, and then, you know, I think it was just.
I mean, to me, that's okay, though, because I know that your kids would never yell at somebody who is giving them free candy. They're kind children.
Yeah. I mean, Evan, this is the first year she didn't come home with a bag of candy or whatever. She didn't go trick-or-treating. She went to like a high school party. So
wow, was it a girl-boy party?
No, it was all girls. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like,
well, she goes to like an all-girls school, no?
Yeah, it's like very wholesome, you know. It's like, and very different. Like, I feel like at this age when I was in high school, things
you don't want to know what I was doing in high school at this age. It would fucking scare you. You have a really good kid. You've got like a very, very good kid compared to what I was doing at age 15. Like, drugs, just drugs, so many drugs.
I think some of these girls are. Evan was like, this is the first time she's come home from a party, and she was like, somebody was vaping, and I was like, okay,
vaping like nicotine.
Yeah,
that's.
I think. I mean, I don't know. I
mean, my mom told me from a very young age, if you're going to smoke something, it should be getting you high, and I really, really agree with that. Even as advice for children, if you're going to be smoking something, don't do nicotine. Don't do cigarettes. It's stupid. It's addictive. It's bad for you. Just smoke weed. If you're going to be smoking something, it should be doing something, not just making you addicted to something stupid. So I saw 0 Taylor Swift costumes, which I felt was notable because last year it was like only Taylor Swift costumes. I feel like my Taylor Swift fandom is quickly outing me as an old lady. It's happening. It's a millennial thing now.
Yeah, it's like being a fan of Taylor Swift will be like being into Bob Dylan or something.
Or like being into like Billy Joel as a 12-year-old.
Hey, he's a genius, okay?
Look, Taylor Swift is a genius. So at this party that I went to, I mean, it was like a semi-party. There's maybe like 6 people, 7 people, something like that. I met this man who I guess like lived down the way on the walk street, who was like not really like a friend of Natasha's mom, but was maybe like an acquaintance, just like somebody who was nearby and was like, oh, hey, and like came and stopped by. So this was a white guy. Okay. He was dressed as, this is not a joke, he was dressed as a Japanese rickshaw driver. But he was sure to tell us that he was actually the manager of the rickshaw company and not just a rickshaw driver. So great start. Really great start with this guy. He then told me that the state of Israel created a giant underground menorah, and that is where, on top of this menorah, is where Charlie Kirk was killed by the state of Israel, according to him. Can you imagine? Like, I was rendered speechless maybe for the first time in my life.
Why? Because you were so impressed, or
because I was like, wow, that's so crazy that the state of Israel did that. No, I was like, you're insane. I'm talking to a crazy person, like an absolute maniac. I like when he said this to me, I literally said to him, like, okay, so just to be clear, what you're telling me is that the state of Israel created a giant menorah upon which they killed Charlie Kirk. And like a bunch of people started laughing. And he's like, okay, well, if you're not going to engage. And then at that point, I was like, no, I'm engaging. Let's fucking talk. Like, okay. This guy goes, well, okay, riddle me this. What did they do with the body? And I was like, they had an open casket funeral and they buried it in the ground. He's like, where did they bury it? Where's the tombstone? I was like, I don't fucking know. Nobody fucking know. They're not telling people where his grave is. People are going to piss on it. Like, what are you talking about?
Listen, I don't know how deep into this you've gotten. I've gotten somewhat
I've gotten deep.
Like the conspiracy theories floating around about that whole thing. And then like the kind of internal warfare on the right between like Candace Owens and
oh my God, it's insane.
It's insane. And like you get into these like viral videos and clearly there's more to this than we probably know.
Yeah, there's like some theories that I'm willing to like believe, like maybe the guy they have is not actually the shooter because cops are incompetent and they like needed to have somebody. But like, I draw the line at menorah.
But then they raised the spot where he got shot like the day after and then paved it over. That's weird. Like, wouldn't that be a crime scene where you would just like, you know, want to make sure you could do like a ballistics tests and like investigate and, you know what I'm saying? Like some kind of investigatory.
I mean, this was like part of the thing, but also like they paved it over like what, like the next day or a day after? Like it seemed like they probably had investigated the crime scene just fine. And also the crime scene was trampled on instantly. It wasn't like a crime scene you could really investigate. Maybe. Like the fact that they even found the shells, I think was weird because everybody just immediately went and walked all over it.
Yeah, and I mean, I've watched all these slow-mo videos of like the handoff, like where like the bodyguards like rush in and then one of them takes something. It clearly seems like he picks something up off the ground or pulls it off of Charlie Kirk's like body.
It was the microphone.
And then, yeah, I think it's the lav mic.
Yeah, because it was like attached to him. He was plugged in, so he had to take it off. They were going to bring the body away.
So, okay, I didn't realize you were this deep into the weeds on this.
Oh, I'm deep in it.
Yeah. So my thinking, like, I mean, this is best guess. I don't feel incredibly strongly about it, but if I had to guess, I think like maybe that lav mic was rigged up to explode or to fire some kind of piece of shrapnel, like remote control, sort of like when the remember when the Mossad
the pagers. Oh my God, that is so fucking funny. I mean, his head didn't explode. If it would have exploded, his head would have exploded. It was a clean hole through his neck.
Well, not if it fired like a projectile, like if it was like situated
upward.
Yeah, like into his, I don't know. Man. I have no idea.
I mean, did you see like the actual like close up of him getting shot and the blood coming out?
Yeah, of course. I mean, everybody's.
Have they like the close up horrifying video?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I didn't know that you're such a connoisseur of the.
Well, I saw the horrifying video on accident, to be clear, because I'm still on the Wild West that is Twitter.com. And when he was killed, it was like you just scroll by and you see like this horrifying video of a fountain of blood coming out of his neck, and it is a clean hole straight through the center. But what did happen is that like his lav mic, like it was connected via like a magnet, and like the shot that hit him like caused him to like jerk so violently that like the lav mic like kind of like fell off, and you can see the magnet kind of like going behind him and like whipping through. And like there's a lot of conspiracies around that. But like it's really, I think, just the lav mic like falling off because he like jerked his head back so violently.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's so grisly.
But there was a giant menorah under him, though. The state of Israel does own a menorah-shaped piece of land, underneath which is also a menorah. We don't know where Charlie Kirk's body is. It was all the Jews. I told this guy it was anti-Semitic straight to his face. I was like, look, I hate the state of Israel, and I'm willing to believe that they've done a lot of things. Fuck Israel. But like that is crazy anti-Semitic, my man.
He was a rickshaw driver?
Dude, he was wearing like a kimono, like a Japanese kimono that had like Japanese writing on. Like clearly it was like a real Japanese like rickshaw driver uniform. Like maybe he had gotten it in Japan or something like that.
And like with a rickshaw, it's like the guy's he's running and then he's holding like the cart behind him and you kind of ride in the cart. Is that
exactly? It's like he's kind of holding like a wheelbarrow type thing, but it's got like seats and you sit in it and then a guy like runs while holding it.
Imagine how fit you would be if you were like a rickshaw driver.
True. Maybe you should become a rickshaw driver.
Yeah, that sounds good. I feel like that's the next. Maybe I could turn that into my empire. I'll create the rickshaw driver workout plan. Honestly,
then you could have a bunch of free rickshaw drivers who are like paying to do it.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see that on my Instagram feed where it's like, rub beef tallow on your face and then drive a rickshaw around your city.
So you could like have acne and then get really sweaty.
Just load some people in. Start running.
Just imagine how awkward it would be to be in a rickshaw, just like some guy like huffing and puffing and like pulling your thing, and you're just like sitting there going like really slowly.
Yeah, I mean, I can see like the bike ones, where you can pedal.
They're awkward though, because it's like you get in and they're suddenly heavy and the bike guy is not going as fast as he was once going. And he is also huffing and puffing, desperately trying to get the cart moving. And you're sitting there, it's going like insanely slow and everyone's looking.
That's what I think. We need more of those. Maybe LA, we can try to lobby the local government to institute like bike rickshaws.
No, you clearly didn't grow up in Venice Beach. There are plenty of bike rickshaws in Venice Beach. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing about the West Side is they actually have like a biking culture. The rest of LA needs it.
Yeah, it's true. It's because they have like a walkable city, but that's like Venice is probably the most walkable place in Los Angeles and also one of the most expensive, but that's a whole other conversation, I suppose. But speaking of expensive, you know what I got this week, Brad?
What?
I got my book advance.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a huge amount of money. I'm rich now. I got $400.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about buying a house maybe in Malibu once the fires are, kind of over, or, maybe like Calabasas, a nice little 2-story family home. Just kidding. I bought myself a Nintendo Switch right away within minutes of getting my book advance.
$400.
$400. Spent it all on a Nintendo Switch, all in one place, baby.
I mean, honestly, just don't even bother. If it's going to be $400, let me start paying me royalties on copy number 1. Like, let's just call this a wash.
I mean, look, I'm going to say bother because I want that Nintendo Switch and I've been enjoying it very much. And when Animal Crossing comes out, I'm going to have a nice big screen and I'm going to have a high res, nice situation to play Animal Crossing 2.0. So, everybody else is jealous and I understand why.
Is that the game, Animal Crossing?
Oh, that's my favorite game. That's the best. And if either of your children start playing Animal Crossing when it comes out, I need you to tell me right away because we can visit each other's islands. We can give each other presents. My island is very advanced, so I have lots of things that I can give them. It is a deeply important game to, I think, my psyche in general.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you got your $400. You earned it, Mira.
I earned it. I earned that money, and I'm rich now. So I'm quitting the podcast. Don't need any of that. I am quitting life, social media, and I'm gonna go move to Jamaica or something. Retire.
I feel like you would do well in Jamaica.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of like what's like a nice, tropical-ish kind of place that has a weed, but at the same time, mosquitoes are like really bad. Like I'm like highly, highly allergic to mosquitoes. And so maybe it wouldn't be like the best place for me actually, now that I think about it.
What do you mean you're allergic to mosquitoes?
I mean, allergic. I mean, fun fact, did you know that mosquitoes aren't actually ever more attracted to one person or another? It's just that certain people are more allergic to the mosquitoes than other people. And for me, they cause like literally I will wake up in the middle of the night because it's so itchy and painful.
Oh man. Yeah. Mosquitoes love me. Like they bite the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I don't like being around them.
No, same. So maybe not Jamaica, maybe like Ireland. Do they have weed in Ireland?
I'm sure. Yeah. They have plenty of weed in Ireland.
They must. I fucking hope so.
I feel like Ireland is having a moment. I want to move to Ireland. It sounds so lovely.
I've wanted to move to Ireland. I mean, I don't know if like my great grandpa's terrorism would let me move to Ireland more or less, but I want to try.
Well, this new president, Carolyn Connolly or whatever her name is, like she seems cool.
She seems cool as fuck, dude. I saw a video of her playing basketball and just like dunking on children, just like not even letting them win, just fucking dunking on every single one of them. It was incredible.
Just like just an eminently sane, compassionate, kind, thoughtful, intelligent like woman who's gonna. Yeah, it's like, God, I want one.
Yeah.
When can we get one of
Right.
these?
I want one. Like, why can't we have nice things? I just want to have nice things. Like,
Yeah.
I just want like fucking, or like Mexico. We can move to Mexico. Like Shine Bomb, she's fucking dope. Like, that would be so sick. Like, I want the government chocolate of Mexico or whatever. I'm allergic, but like, I like her whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, Mexico's having a moment too, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's my blood. I'm Irish and I'm Mexican. It's Spanish technically, but that's just because, as we all know, they invaded my people. I mean, Mexico, Ireland, it's where I'm from. It's where I'm meant to be. Please,
Mexic-Irish?
I'm Mexic-Irish. Irican. I've heard like Mexican Jew is really like, I guess, what I am, but I don't know if there's not really like a good nickname for Mexican Jew, even though there's so many in Los Angeles. There really should be like a Mexijew.
But a Jew isn't a nationality. Is Jew? I'm. Forgive me if I should know this. Is Jewish a race or is it just a religion?
Well, this is like a constant conversation that people are having, and there's like a lot of debate about it, I would say. I mean, it's a religion, but also because it's passed down via the mother, it's got like it's like an ethnicity kind of, but like there's not really any decided thing. Nobody really knows. It's kind of just like people just decide based on if they like the state of Israel or not, I guess.
Yeah, so you'd have to have like when you get your DNA tested, does it come up like Jewish?
Yeah, it does. When I got my DNA tested, it was like 26.5% Ashkenazi Jewish.
Okay. Maybe I'm Jewish. Who knows?
You might be a small percent Jewish. I don't know. I mean, I was surprised to see 26%. I thought it'd be 25 flat.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well.
So we had Halloween this week. And I did want to do a very quick Brad's Fashion Corner about Halloween. So we've got some costumes here. Let's see. I realize this is like a yearly thing that we've been doing. We've been doing Halloween costume Brad Fashion Corner. We did that last year as well. So yearly tradition. Yeah, we did, which I only found out because I was looking through my desktop and I found a folder called Celeb Halloween that had all of last year's Halloween costumes.
Oh.
So our first costume is the Queen, Heidi Klum, who always has just the most insane Halloween costumes of all time. She is dressed as Medusa, and as part of the Medusa costume, it's like the end of her it's like she's got like a crazy face and snakes in her hair, and then also like a snake tail. I don't even know how she's walking in this. Brad, thoughts?
It doesn't even look real.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I what can you say? I cannot believe how much like time and money probably she invested in her. Who does this? Like the makeup and it doesn't seem like a very practical thing to wear.
No, not at all. I don't know how she's walking because it just goes into a snake tail.
It's like a dress, probably. It's just like a train.
Right. Yeah, that must be what it is. So then she got like a dress made also like custom of like a crazy snake tail. I mean, nobody does it like her.
Yeah, she's into it. She's kind of made this her personal brand, right?
Yeah, she does it every year. Love it. Next costume is Macaulay Culkin dressed as a toilet. He has his face painted white, and then he's got one of those like air-filled suits on and a toilet plunger on his head. Brad, thoughts?
Is this Skibbity Toilet?
I don't. That's not what it said. That's not what he said. Although I guess, well, no, because Skibbity Toilet, the head comes out of the toilet itself. Here, it's like the top of the toilet, like the tank, is where his head is. So I'm going to say no. Also, Skibbity Toilet doesn't have a plunger on their head.
Why am I fixated on his white Crocs? Those are alarming.
Wow. Well, I think one thing that's very alarming about them is they don't have the holes in them. Like, Crocs have like holes in the toe. Like these are completely devoid of holes.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. It's making me uncomfortable to look at this.
Yeah.
And just like to be a toilet, unless there's some reason beyond just like, oh, I know I'll be funny. I'll be a toilet.
I think that's it. Just I'll be funny. I'll be a toilet.
All right. Well,
Not great.
Not great. I don't mean, certainly not on the level of Heidi Klum.
Yeah, nowhere close. This next one is Janelle Monáe, and she is dressed as the Cat in the Hat, including she just looks like the movie Cat in the Hat, a costume pretty much 1-to-1. She's got crazy face prosthetics on and stuff like that. Brad, thoughts?
I mean, great. I mean, I can't, it's a little bit small, the images that I'm looking at, but it's clearly an incredible costume. And again, somebody who spent probably 6 or 7 hours in makeup to put this thing together.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had told me this was a still from the movie,
right,
The Cat in the Hat, I would be like, oh yeah, clearly. So
I went to the premiere of The Cat in the Hat when I was young because my friend's dad was a producer or something like that. And halfway through the movie, we both wanted to leave the theater. And we were for some reason, so disturbed by the movie that we were completely silent on the ride home. I don't know what disturbed us so badly about it, but we were terrified.
Who was the Cat in the Hat? I'm trying to remember.
I think it was Mike Myers.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
I was going to say Jim Carrey was the Grinch.
Right, Jim Carrey was the Grinch. Yeah. Both terrifying performances. Our next costume is Kerry Washington, and she is dressed again in some crazy prosthetics and stuff like that to be Django from Django Unchained. She was the girl in Django Unchained, which is why she's dressed like this. Brad,
so wait, she's trying to be Django?
She is, yeah, she's dressed as Django here. She's what she's trying to be. Jamie Foxx is Django.
I mean, again, these costumes are good. The costuming, it's a little weird with the fake beard and the mustache.
Yeah, but I guess she's, cross-dressing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's I wouldn't, if I looked at this, I don't know Django Unchained well enough to be immediately aware of what she's dressed up as. She looks like a male cowboy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if she told me that she was Brokeback Mountain, I'd be like, yeah, all right, that's fair. Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Any cowboy.
Exactly.
So our next costume is the one that I want the most thoughts on, I think. This is Julia Fox, star of Uncut Gems. And she is wearing a Jackie O costume, specifically the outfit that she wore when JFK was killed. And the outfit is covered in blood, which it also was when JFK was killed. And Jackie O famously went out and did press and whatnot in the blood-covered suit. And Julia Fox is wearing the blood-covered suit here. Thoughts?
Too soon? Too soon?
I mean, is it too soon? Is it ever not too soon?
I mean, it's been 50 years, right?
I mean, she also had this comment where she was it's not I'm trying to draw attention to the strength of Jackie O in this moment or whatever the fuck she was saying, which kind of seems less cool than just being it's scary.
Yeah, I don't know. It's in poor taste, and it makes me wonder what her politics are. Is she, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of what the worst case scenario could be for her politics in this outfit. I don't even know what it is.
It kind of makes me wonder about her intelligence too. This seems like the kind of thing.
What it makes me wonder about.
Yeah, it's kind of, you got to be pretty stupid to be yeah, I know what I'll do.
Yeah, this is going to be meaningful, and this is going to be I'm, talking about the strength of Jackie O in the year 2025. What?
Then again, we're talking about her. So
that's true. She's, got us all talking, I guess. But at what cost? I mean, I don't know. I had a very respectful Kennedy costume, I will say, dressed as the insane sister of Jackie O. I would say that was a respectful and better Kennedy costume. So that is our Brad's Fashion Corner of the day.
Wow. And that's right. You were in the Kennedy family. You too dressed as a Kennedy family member for Halloween.
I did. I dressed as little Edie Beale, who was Jackie O's sister, who was banished to a dilapidated mansion. And there was a famous documentary about her called Grey Gardens, which I highly recommend to everybody. She's a staunch woman.
While Julia Fox was belittling the terror and grief that Jackie O experienced when JFK was assassinated, you were belittling the mental collapse of her sister.
That's right. That's right. Or rather, celebrating the mental collapse of her sister. So I believe we have an angry Adam. So let's listen to it, folks.
Oh, boy.
Hey, guys, it's Angry Adam. Mira, can you imagine Brad at a strip club? How fucking disconcerting that would be. him sitting in the corner, like using a cheese grater to masturbate because I don't see him doing it any other way. I really want to imagine him doing it any other way. Whispering to the girls as they walk by about how much he works. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. I literally walked 30 feet and this is what happens. Whispering to the girls about like how much he works and how many podcasts he's done, and like the women literally who have faced like who like smell like chlamydia, just like being like disgusted by that and not by their surroundings. Brad, we got to get you like the girlfriend experience. I think you having like a week with a woman who will go hiking with you and chug water and do all the things that you love to do is like something we should all chip in and pay for. Real Genius is fucking awesome. I love that movie. Also, Brad, we should watch it together. We should watch it with Mira. And then we should all go to Disneyland and commit suicide together. Suicide Pact, happiest place on earth. I guess that's it, right? Yeah, it feels like it's it. All right, bye.
Well, the first thing I'll say, Angry Adam, is that you are an asthmatic, it appears. So get yourself an inhaler.
Yeah, this is the guy who challenged me to a fitness contest.
Which I still really want to do, by the way, because I want to get one of those cute shirts with the stripes and then like a little whistle, maybe like a little gold bedazzled whistle. I think it'd be good. We can all get our blood tested. I can show you guys how good my cholesterol is.
If we like actually hired a film crew to film the whole thing and it was like produced, I bet we could get some real views on YouTube.
Look, count me in. I'll be the comic relief.
It would be like a reality show.
Maybe we could get the Baldwins involved. So our first story of the day, that it's not about me and Brad, is about Anthony Hopkins, the late, great Hannibal Lecter. He wants to have you for dinner. Anthony Hopkins' wife speculates that the actor might have autism, but he thinks it's all nonsense. And I would just like to say, I suspect that bears shit in the woods. Of course he's autistic. It's Anthony Hopkins. Like,
wait.
Is David Byrne autistic? Like, what?
Okay, but wait a minute. It's never even crossed my mind that Anthony Hopkins is autistic. Like, how do you know?
If someone sounds like Anthony Hopkins, they're autistic. That's how you know. You can compare them to Anthony Hopkins and see. The more like Anthony Hopkins they are, the more likely it is that they're autistic.
Because why? Because how does he behave that like makes people think that he might be autistic?
Well, okay, so his wife is saying that he's like really into numbers. He's obsessed with numbers of everything, which seems like a little OCD to me maybe, but I guess also it can be ADD, or rather it can be autism. But Anthony Hopkins says, oh God, it's called living. It's just being a human being full of tangled webs and mysteries and stuff that's in us, full of warts and grime and craziness. It's the human condition. All these labels. I mean, who cares? Oh, give me a break, he concluded with a roll of his eyes. I mean, okay, if we think about Hannibal Lecter, he's autistic. He seems autistic.
How so?
I mean, he's got a special interest. His special interest is serial killers and killing. That's a special interest, right? He's very obsessed with it. He's weird socially, struggles with eye contact. When he met Clarice, he did that thing where he was like, like that was very socially strange of him.
Hello, Clarice.
Hello, Clarice. And, I mean, he just seems like a little bit overly obsessed with serial killers to not have that be a special interest. I think the special interest is really what's getting me.
So wait, I guess that on those grounds, it's possible that I too am autistic when it comes to podcasting. That's
true. When your schedule gets messed up, when the order of your day gets messed up, it's very upsetting to you. That's very autistic of you. You are clearly incredibly interested in podcasting. You listen to your own podcast even. So, but yeah, I mean, I think Brett's autistic. What do you guys think?
It's my superpower.
Autism is your superpower. It's podcasting. That's just like Hannibal Lecter's superpower is killing people and knowing about killing. You see,
other podcasters can't compete because they lack this extra gear that I have.
You know, it's like I once said. Every podcaster either wants to be Brad or they want to kill Brad. You know, he's got a long-standing feud with Mark Maron. Mark Maron really wishes that he could be Brad, but unfortunately, nobody will ever be Brad. Only Brad can be Brad.
There's just one.
He's one of one. They broke the mold and they made him. So our next story is about monkeys. Like, I'm really not sure how to transition into the story from Anthony Hopkins because, well, you'll see. So a terrified mother killed a monkey in Mississippi to protect her children. This is my first time learning about this. Apparently, a truck full of monkeys with COVID, hepatitis C, and herpes overturned in Mississippi. Now, my question is, why is there a truck full of monkeys with COVID, hepatitis C, and herpes?
I think it's Israel, clearly.
There's actually a giant menorah under where the truck crashed with all the monkeys.
It wasn't a truck. It was a rickshaw.
It was a rickshaw. That's right. That's right.
I think the headline says "Missing Mississippi Monkey." It sounds like a children's book waiting to happen. The Missing Mississippi Monkeys.
Like that book where the monkeys just terrorize the guy with all the hats on. If anyone remembers what that book is called, let me know. It is honestly like the idea of looking in my yard and seeing a monkey, one of the scariest things I can think of.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm not a huge fan. I don't mind from a distance. Like, I like the idea of there being monkeys in the world, but I don't want to interact.
I don't know if I like the ideas of there being monkeys in the world. They kind of fucking scare the shit out of me. I don't know, man. They're so strong and they're so chaotic and they have human faces. I mean, sometimes the little ones are really cute, like the little fuzzy snow monkey things, like little spider monkey guys. But they scare the shit out of me, man. I one time went to the zoo and I saw a monkey piss in another monkey's mouth while making eye contact with the audience.
That happened to me too when I was a kid.
What?
I saw an orangutan pee into the mouth of another orangutan at the zoo on a school trip.
So this is just something they do? It was an orangutan. That's what I saw.
I guess they're putting on a show. This is what the people want.
They're pissed off. They're like, watch me piss in this monkey's mouth. You like watching that, huh? I mean, I will say this is exactly what happened in the movie Contagion. A monkey with the disease escaped. We're all going to die. We're all going to die.
And then this mom, this is the part of it that gets me, is that this mom in Mississippi, hears her kid calling for her or whatever. The kid comes inside and is like, hey, Ma, there's a monkey in the yard. And I don't think, based on my reading of the story, I don't think the monkey was attacking the kid or anything.
Yeah, that's the craziest part, is that it's not if the monkey was attacking her child, okay, I could maybe see killing that monkey, going out there or whatever. But the kid came inside and was totally fine and was just there's a monkey outside.
And this Mississippi mama just pulls out her shotgun and just blows it away.
I mean, maybe she just knew that this was an issue, that the monkeys had escaped in Mississippi. And so she was like, I'm not trying to have this hepatitis monkey in my yard, or anywhere else. I'm going to help them out.
Dude, listen, if you live in Mississippi and a truck overturns and looses a bunch of diseased monkeys, I think everybody in Mississippi was aware of the story.
Yeah, there's no way you could not be aware that there's loose monkeys with hepatitis and herpes and COVID in your town.
Yeah, I mean, what happens in Mississippi? I'm sure they were like, oh my God, we got to arm ourselves. But I kind of feel bad for the monkey. I don't think it needed to be killed. You could have just called animal control. They could have somehow trapped it, but. No,
I think it's good that she killed the monkey. The monkey was diseased and terrifying. And again, I've seen the movie Contagion. I know how this ends. She knew how it ended too. And either it ends with a gun or it ends with another pandemic.
Yeah, I'll see videos sometimes of people, I don't know if it's in India. I guess it's probably in India that I'm looking at these, and there's monkeys around, and you're staying at a hotel and you're having dinner on the patio, and there's just monkeys coming in and stealing like dinner rolls off your table and stuff. Like, that's a lot.
My dad and brother spent some time in India studying yoga under some guy I don't even know, and like they said there was monkeys all over the place, and like my brother like fed one of the monkeys, but then when you do that the monkeys swarm you, they're all over you like give me food, and my brother said it was really fucking scary, and don't feed the monkeys. Just don't feed the monkeys. Don't get near the monkeys. Jane Goodall might have been a psychopath. She might have been a Hannibal Lecter.
She makes it seem so like gentle and nice, you know, like what was it? David Greybeard, you know, like she's talking about these chimpanzees she knows. I can't think of anything I'd rather do less than like hang out with a bunch of chimpanzees. I'd be a little scared.
I'd
like
be
leave them alone.
Terrified. Like, and she's hanging out with big ones too, not like little monkeys. She's hanging out with big ass chimpanzees, and they're like coming over and hugging her and shit like that. I would be like, I'm gonna fucking die, and it's the worst experience of my life. Like, I would be like, whoever put me in this situation, like, I needs to go to jail.
Yeah, I don't know though. It's like when you hear about these like horrific stories, because I think this is what's coloring my perspective, is that you'll hear these horrific stories of chimpanzees
ripping people's faces off.
Yeah, like they're so like you don't realize that they're like superhuman strength.
They're so strong.
Yeah, so like if a chimp comes at you, you're toast.
Yeah,
like they can grab you and throw you around, and like they'll bite your. Like this one person I'm thinking of was like I think out in the desert in California, like in Southern California, and they had a chimp in captivity, and the guy was like in the chimp enclosure with it, and it went off on him, and like he survived the attack, but like they showed him and like. I think like he had like 3 fingers left total.
Because they go for your hands?
Well, it had bitten off like his thumbs. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? He was fucked up, and then his face, it bit off his nose and like one of his ears, and like his eyes were at different. I mean, like it was absolutely, yeah, it was horrific. So I'm like, all right, this sort of confirms my suspicion that it's like just better off if like we're not interacting.
Dude,
like,
it's like monkeys and like bears. They don't want to be around you. You're not Jane Goodall. Grizzly Man, I don't know what the fuck that guy is doing. Don't hang out with either of these animals. Like, just respect them from afar.
Well, the only thing I'll say is that I don't think I've ever heard a story of a chimpanzee in the wild attacking a human.
That's
it might
a good
just
point,
be like,
actually. It might just be captivity.
Yeah, they're probably like, I'm sick of being in this cage. Fuck you.
Right.
And,
they're like more, I mean, they kill each other in the wild, I guess. And like maybe if you really fucked with it. I guess probably the difference is that in the wild, people are not like fucking with chimpanzees. Like they're not like going up to them and like poking at them or anything like that.
You would hope.
I mean, unless you're Jane Goodall, in which case you're fucking nuts. I mean, I've always loved Jane Goodall. And like in real time, I could feel my opinions about her changing into that woman is a psycho.
She was a delightful human.
No, I love Jane Goodall, but brave. I mean, just fucking brave. If one monkey came up and just touched me for 1 second, I'd be like, giving up this career. I'm done. No more.
I wonder though, now that I'm thinking about it, like I think if I were like my neighbor did this, one of my next door neighbors went to Rwanda and did the whole Gorillas in the Mist tour, you know, where you kind of walk through the bush and like climb up the mountain and go hang out with the gorillas. And she like, you know, had her iPhone out, was taking photos and said it was amazing. But I feel like if you were actually in the natural habitat with these apes or these chimpanzees or whatever, and you had people around, maybe, yeah. But like, I think also it might be really cool.
It might be really cool. I mean, my feeling about animals in general is that like encountering them in the wild at a distance, like when they're not angry is like the best way to do it. Like bunnies, rabbits scare the shit out of me when they're in a cage. Like they're just like their faces move weird. Their teeth are gross. They seem angry. But then when I see them like hopping around like in nature, I'm like, oh, how cute. Like that's how animals are maybe meant to be experienced, except for the ones that are dangerous and you shouldn't get anywhere near.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. Like, I don't know. You know how everyone's always like, I want to go on a safari before I die. And I'm like, maybe that's not like really super high on my list. Like, I'm glad those animals are there. And like, I've seen the documentaries. Like, it looks amazing. I'm sure it's spectacular to witness, but it's like
mutual respect. It's about mutually, me and that animal are respecting each other's space.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if I need to go to Rwanda and like tramp up the mountain to go invade the space of the gorillas.
Yeah.
I feel like all that gorilla tourism is probably bad for their habitat.
Yeah,
right?
they probably don't like it. I wouldn't want to be like watched by a bunch of fucking random animals walking through my habitat. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, and like I'll see these videos on Instagram where it's like people are in those open Jeeps, going on safari.
Oh my God. And then suddenly a lion is in the Jeep and you're like, oh my fucking God, why are you taking pictures with your phone? You're about to die.
Yeah, I saw one, I think just today, where like the Jeep is like rumbling along the dirt trail or whatever, and all of a sudden this lion is just, or a tiger maybe, is like giving chase.
Oh my God.
And people are like shrieking and the guy's like trying to outmaneuver it. But I'm just like, dude.
What is not fucking worth it? Like, why put yourself at even a 1% risk of that happening?
So we say all of this, and I think that it would be very interesting in light of our stated fears for Mira and I to do an African safari.
That's right. If any listeners want to send us on an African safari.
Brad and Mira, Gorillas in the Mist. We do episodes from Rwanda.
Brad and Mira's African safari.
Mira hiking up the mountain in the jungle with like her like rosacea flaring up terribly.
Just red-faced, furious. Brad, I hate this.
Then she just gets like a bear hug from a gorilla.
I'm sitting there shaking, red-faced.
Oh, the smell. I mean, like, these apes, that's the other thing.
Yeah, the smell.
Stink. Yeah.
We're not meant to be too close to these people, these animals. Like, we're just not meant to just invade their habitat. That's my feeling. I think that Coco the gorilla was a affront to nature, and they made that gorilla very sad by teaching it English.
Gorillas are incredible, though.
They
I
are.
will say that. Like, they are, like, when I was a senior in college, I had to make a film, and I was totally slacking. I was so done with school at that point. I just didn't even want to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, I'm so sick of like taking tests, and I was just ready to be done. And so I was flaking hard on my like final film. And then it was getting down to the wire, and I didn't really have any like good ideas. And so I just was like, I'll go down to the zoo with a camera. And I ended up like setting up my tripod and this camera, like this, like, what was it? Like a 16 millimeter Bolex. And I start filming like the gorilla enclosure. And then this gorilla came down and like walked and stood like right in front of me. And so I'm like looking through the, what is it? The aperture, the lens, whatever. I'm looking through the viewfinder, and I'm literally like eye to eye with this gorilla. And it was,
gorilla was like, you got a school project? I got you, bro. No problem. Like, we got this.
I got choked up a little bit. I was like, this is like, I'm staring into like eternity or something.
I feel like I'm always like, anytime I go to a zoo or an aquarium, I'm always trying to like develop like a personal relationship between me and that animal. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, you would like, no, like, I'm the special human. Look at me. Like, we're developing a personal relationship via eye contact right now.
Are zoos justified? Is there a case to be made that we need zoos?
Well,
like, is it just...
there's a case to be made that we need animal rescues, and that like we do need animals in captivity sometimes. And I think it's like the question of it being a zoo or not is what it is. It's like, should that be like for profit, or like there's like I think it's called like the Animal Rescue Center or something. It's in like, I want to say Irvine. And like they just have animals that are like previously exotic pets, and they bring them in to like care for them properly. And it's like actually very sweet, and you still get to see the wild animals. Things like that I think are good.
Yeah. Well, and it's also like, how do we know that these animals are miserable? I mean, I guess it's probably pretty obvious, but like they don't have to hunt. People just bring in food.
I want to be in captivity. That sounds great.
I was going to say, we'll just put Mira in an enclosure with like a nice couch and a Nintendo. That's
basically where I'm in an enclosure, and my husband brings me food.
Your husband, he's like your zookeeper. He brings you weed and food.
Yeah, he supplies me with my weed, my medication, food, and my little enclosure. Sit there and I crochet and play my little video games.
Wait, does that make me like Jane Goodall? Like I engage with you?
Yeah, you're Jane Goodall and I'm the ape.
I'm making... You're my David Greybeard.
That's right. Call me David Greybeard. I can tear your face off if I want to. So our next story is about a much less kind person than Jane Goodall, Bill Maher. So Bill Maher, age 69, was seen with Al Pacino's baby mama, Noor Al-Fala, who is 31. which I guess there was like rumors of their romance, her and Bill Maher, and it's been reignited because they were seen leaving a Halloween party together. So this woman, again, age 31, has a 1-year-old son with Al Pacino, age 84. And now she is leaving an event with Bill Maher, age 69. So,
I mean, how old is Al? Al's got to be like in his 80s,
he's
right?
84.
Oh, 84?
Yeah.
Did you just say that?
Yeah, I did. Thanks for listening, Brad.
No, I'm just like, yeah, 84 is too old. Like Bill Maher must seem like a strapping young man compared to Al Pacino.
I mean, the amount of old dick that this woman has experienced is just horrifying to imagine. Geneva Convention levels of horrifying to imagine. Al Pacino and then Bill Maher. I will say though, downgrade. Like I would fuck Al Pacino before Bill Maher. Like absolutely 100%, no problem.
Yeah, I feel like Bill Maher is one of the most terrifying people to imagine like having sex with.
I mean, this woman, like no sugar baby on earth works harder than Otherppl. Like this woman is earning her money. She has like, talk about dirty jobs. Jesus Christ. She has like the hardest job in the fucking world. Or the not that hardest job in the fucking world, referring to their penises.
It would be funny if she got pregnant with Bill Maher's baby, because I know he famously hates children.
It would be so fucking funny for him to impregnate somebody and her to refuse to get an abortion. Like, haha, now you have to have a kid.
Honestly, because then wouldn't he be like liable? Like he'd be on the hook financially.
Yeah, he'd have to pay for that kid's life. He'd probably abandon them, but he would still have to pay child support.
He can afford it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's what she's doing.
God, I hope. God, I pray. Fucking Otherppl, if you are listening to this podcast, get pregnant with this baby and refuse to get rid of it. You will get so much money per month from both Al Pacino and Bill Maher. I mean, what is that they say in divorces? Like living in which the way I have become accustomed. Like you become accustomed to a very expensive life, girl. Get that lawyer, get that money.
What if she's like she's doing fertility drugs and she has like triplets with Bill Maher?
Octomom with Bill Maher?
Yeah, she octomoms on him. That would be the funniest. That would be like, maybe this is like an op. Maybe like she's working for some sort of political faction.
She works for Israel.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like Bill Maher's pro-Israel.
Yeah, but it's always good to just have a honey trap on someone just in case, What if they start turning on you Tucker Carlson style?
Yeah, it'd just be funny. Like he said, like, age 69, he becomes the father to 8 children.
I mean, he must have he must have a vasectomy, right? Like, although he does seem like the type to be like, no, like I'm too manly for a vasectomy.
I bet he does.
I'll bet he does.
Because he's very serious about not wanting to have children. And
he's definitely like paying for sex with people. He's probably like terrified that like he's going to get somebody pregnant.
Bill Maher, fellow podcaster.
Oh my God. That podcast is one of the most humiliating, awful things to have to watch. He's so drunk and so high every single time. There's so many weird silences. It's so fucking awful. It's so embarrassing. Like, I don't know why he does it. And like, as somebody who is higher than Bill Maher every single time I host, it's not that hard to be a good host while you're high. All right. I'm a pretty good host and I'm smoking like twice the amount of weed as Bill Maher as we speak.
Yeah, I think Mira's hostility towards Bill Maher like doesn't really have anything to do with his politics. It's that he's also a stoned podcaster who is her direct competition, and she feels a sense of indignation that he's somehow held in higher esteem. Like I think you could outsmoke Bill.
Oh, definitely I could. I, honest to God, am confident that I could outsmoke pretty much anybody. Give me Willie Nelson. I'll outsmoke Willie Nelson, no problem. Easy. Who are the biggest moves? Seth Rogen? Yep, absolutely. I've proved it.
Yeah, at least you could hang.
I could outsmoke them. If I can smoke as much weed as Snoop Dogg, like blunt for blunt, as much weed as Snoop Dogg, I can outsmoke them.
Do you get competitive? Like when you were smoking with Snoop Dogg, were you like, I'm going to go the distance? It was like, it's like some sort of like sports feat or something.
With Snoop Dogg, kind of.
When Rocky Balboa went 15 rounds with Apollo Creed.
I I mean, I will say like the first time that I did a photo shoot with Snoop Dogg, he does this thing where he like forces weed on everybody, like insists on you smoking the blunt. He won't let you not take the blunt. But like I was also like rolling the blunts for Snoop because nobody else like knew how to roll the blunts on set. And like that time I was like, all right, I'm going to try to match blunt for blunt because I just want to know that I can smoke as much weed as Snoop Dogg. So it was kind of a sport that time because I just wanted to prove to myself that it was possible. And now that I have, I know that I could defeat anybody if they wanted to get competitive with me. If some guy starts being like, I can smoke more weed than Jesus, like then yes, I will get competitive. I'll be like, bet, all right, like let's fucking go, buddy. Or like I used to like peer pressure my bosses into smoking so much weed that they got like scared. That was really fun, but that's not really competitive.
Kind of is. It's kind of like sadistic.
Yeah, but like they were shitty bosses, so it was. And it's like you're the boss of a weed company, and like you're letting your fucking like I don't know, like small female employee outsmoke you. Like, come on, have some dignity.
I would be like laid out on the floor. Everyone would be mocking me. Snoop would probably fire me on the spot.
I mean, if I was on Bill Maher's podcast, 100% what I would do is try to get him, be like, look, I'm taking this edible. You want to take this edible? Like, all right, take another one. Oh, it's too strong for you. Like, I would definitely like cajole him into getting way, way too high. And then I would like talk to him, like, tell me about your childhood, Bill. What were your parents like? What was your dad like? You have a good relationship with your dad? What about like your high school girlfriends? Anyone ever bully you? Like, just try to get him to cry. That's what you have to do if you're going to be on that.
Oh, Jesus. So imagine, Mira, I want to try to posit this since your antipathy towards Bill is so articulated. Like if Indecent Proposal, like that scenario, if that scenario unfolded where Bill, with all of his largesse, were to say to you, like, Mira, I find you incredibly attractive. Like Nor Alfala is nothing to me. I must have you. I'll pay you $1 million for a night, for one like passionate night of lovemaking.
Dear fucking God.
Would you have sex with Bill Maher?
For how much again?
1 million. That's the Indecent Proposal.
For $1 million, yeah. I would do it for $1 million. I would less than $1 million is kind of like, I don't know. Like less than $1 million is like questionable. Like that's tough for me. $1 million, I would say, is my cutoff for what I would do to sleep with Bill Maher. And like, if I was richer, $1 million might not be enough. Like Bill Maher is like top 3 most disgusting people I can imagine having sex with. Like literally.
He starts doing new rules like mid-coitus.
New rules, I'm gonna come soon. New rules, I come before you. New rules, I know I'm a little soft, but just let it go. Just keep going. It'll fix itself. New rules, I'm taking a Viagra.
Blue Chew.
Dear God, I do want to say, and I am going to out you on this, Brad, before this episode when we were discussing the topics that we were going to talk about, Brad literally compared sex at his age to draining a cyst. He said it's like draining a cyst when you get to my age. I've never heard something so disgusting in my life.
I mean, I'm thinking more of like, Bill Maher and Al Pacino are still out there fucking. Like they're 70 years old, 80 years old. It's like,
I mean, that is pretty fucking disgusting.
It's just mechanical at a certain point. It's like annoying. Like, oh,
it's
this
annoying.
thing again. Yeah.
I mean, old people be fucking. Those like old folks' homes are fucking rampant with disease.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I mean, it's like people are people, I guess, but it just seems like
they gotta drain the cyst.
They gotta. It's a subcutaneous cyst. You just got to get rid of it. It's like popping a zit.
Oh God, disgusting, fucking disgusting. I mean, like, I think calling sex with Bill Maher draining a cyst is actually being like too generous, like way too generous. It's much worse than draining a cyst. It's like gaining a cyst.
Yeah, it's not pleasant to think about. And I guess in keeping with the tenets of this show, I have to say that I did go to a taping of Politically Incorrect like 30 years ago.
Wow. A taping.
Yeah, I mean, this was before, like he's on Real Time now. This was the show he did on ABC, that he got fired from
right.
eventually. Yeah. So that would have been, the taping would have been late 90s, long time ago.
Jesus, he's been around a long fucking time.
Yeah. So I think I was like a senior in college, or I was just out of college, but I hadn't actually technically officially graduated because I needed to do an internship for credit.
Right.
And so I went to this taping of Politically Incorrect. And I remember for some reason that Fred Savage was like on the panel from the Wonder Years.
I was like, who's that in my head?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, there's Fred Savage. Like, because I never, like, I didn't live in LA. I wasn't used to seeing celebrities. I was like, there he is.
Was he like a guest on the show?
Yeah, I mean, Politically Incorrect was kind of like Real Time with like multiple people, but it was just, I think it was just celebrities back then. And it was like 4 of them, and they'd sit around and talk politics, and Bill was like the moderator.
Mm.
But I remember after the taping, I went up to the guy who had like the comedian who had like warmed up the crowd before the show started. You know how they do that at tapings?
Oh yeah, like the warm-up guy.
Yeah, like he came out and did like 10 minutes of stand up to sort of get us laughing, and then he introduced Bill. And I went up to him afterwards and I was like, "Hey, like, do you work for the show? Like, I need an internship." And he was like, "Oh yeah, you could be our intern. Like, you know, email me." And I don't know what I guess I chickened out, or maybe I went back to Colorado. And I didn't end up, being in LA and like a soon enough juncture, and just never got around to doing it. But I think back and it's like,
wow, different timeline.
I could have been Bill Maher's intern.
You could have been Bill Maher's intern. You could have never been a podcaster. You could have been writing on Club Random instead of being a podcaster yourself. I mean, you could be his only friend today.
That's right.
You could be a third wheel to his date with 31-year-old Nora Fala. I mean, can you imagine the life you would have had?
Just a designated driver going to the Chateau Marmont.
Going to and from the Chateau Marmont, constantly picking up various different sex workers for him. Just
yeah. Does he have friends? I guess he has friends.
Does
people
he?
Who are that. I don't know. People who are that rich always have people around who are like willing to be their friends.
But like, are they friends, or are they people who are willing to be around you because you're rich?
See, this is what it's like for me, Mira, as the host of the Other People show.
That's right. That's right. Do they really want to be your friends, or, are you just a podcast host? So our final story of the day has to do with a beautiful man named Dwayne Roberts. He was the billionaire who invented the frozen burrito. Died at age 88, peacefully at home. Is he the only moral billionaire?
I mean, I was going to say, I didn't realize it was that easy to become a billionaire. He invented the frozen burrito. So he just put a burrito in a freezer and made $1 billion?
Apparently he took a burrito and he put it in the freezer, and then he was like, yes. And it just came rolling in.
Yeah. He's like the Mark Rothko of billionaires, where it's like, wait a minute, you just painted a square on a canvas and suddenly you're like an art star?
Right. It's like, I mean, I had the stoned idea the other day to freeze some grapes and then eat them, and they were really good. I could probably become a billionaire off it.
Yeah. I mean, this guy, I kind of feel I'm like in awe of his achievement.
Yeah. I mean, same. And speaking of which, we do have a eulogy for Dwayne Roberts that we are going to read here at the end of our episode.
Wait, before we eulogize him, I'm curious, thinking about it now, as to like how he was buried. Like, I hope he was cryogenically frozen. Like, that would be on brand.
They wrapped him in a tortilla and threw him in a hole. That's beautiful. A giant tortilla. He became the frozen burrito that he once envisioned. Beautiful. What a man. I mean, I would say that my favorite billionaires are probably this guy and then Jimmy Buffett. Those are probably the top 2 for me.
I like Yvon Chouinard too, the dude from Patagonia who decided he wouldn't be a billionaire. He gave away his
but he's
company.
not a billionaire anymore, so that like doesn't really count.
Yeah.
That's like, that guy seems chill, but like the truth is, anybody who's actually chill wouldn't be a billionaire, except for Dwayne Roberts. I'm willing to give Frozen Burrito Man, a little bit of leeway here because of frozen burritos. That's fair.
Like, did he patent it? Like, can you patent frozen burrito? Is it that he made did he make money on every frozen burrito ever sold?
He got royalties on every single frozen burrito. He made 25 cents on every frozen burrito ever sold.
That's the only way I can figure it out. Like, how do you make $1 billion making frozen burritos?
I mean, it seems like a revelation. If you can freeze something and then just copyright the frozen version of a thing, like I'm about to throw a lot of shit in my freezer. Like everything's going in the freezer now. Like we're going to just try it.
That's unbelievable.
What a man. I mean, what a blessed life. You throw a burrito in the freezer and then the rest of your life happens.
The whole world just like bows at your feet.
So, our eulogy of Dwayne Roberts.
We do need to say a proper goodbye.
It's true. He was quite a man, and we do need to say a proper goodbye to him here on Brad and Mira for the Culture. We respect the legacy of the frozen burrito greatly. So, our eulogy of Dwayne Roberts. Dwayne was a man with a strange wig and a big heart. He fed us during our most drunken and impoverished moments. He had the visionary idea to bring Mexican food to gas stations for some reason, and our lives were forever changed. Where others saw gastrointestinal distress, he saw opportunity.
Dwayne gave so much to this world. He wrapped himself around humanity like a frozen flour tortilla ready to be microwaved. And we are the beans, rice, and cheese of the world that he created. Next time you sit on your couch, inebriated, deep-throating a burrito from 7-Eleven, I want you to turn your eyes upward. Raise your burrito to the sky and think of our friend, Dwayne.
Rest in power, Dwayne. You're with the angels now. We love you. Bye-bye. Oh my god. Not laughing. I think we really nailed that eulogy.
I hope so.